Well, welcome back to Up Close and in Focus. And I'm about to introduce to you guys one of the biggest voices in gospel music and soulful. I can only say two words: Zacardi Cortez.
Work it out for me, all of the things that I can't see. Lord, I'm gonna trust you and I'll believe, because I know that you will work it out for me. Can you open up the door? Please speak a word of life, Lord. Show me what you have in store. Oh, God, I need you to work it out for me. Work it out for me. All the things that I can't see. Lord, I'll trust you and I'll believe. I know that you will work it out for me. This is my favorite part. Work it out for me. Please, Jesus, work it out for me. In the meantime, I'll trust you and believe, 'cause I know that you will work it out for me. Marcus, I'm gonna do it again. Work it out for me. Lord Jesus, work it out. Oh, work it out for me. Lord, I'll trust you and I believe, 'cause I know that you will work it out for me. Please, work it out. Work it out for me. Lord, I'm going through some pain right now, but I know that you will work it out for me. Trouble in my home, but I know that you will work it out for me. Trouble at the school, but God, I know that you're able, and I know that you can work it out. Oh, Jesus, please, please, do it for me. Work it out for me.
Wow, we're gonna be right back. We're gonna sit down with Zacardi Cortez.
Welcome to Up Close and in Focus, the podcast that takes you behind the scenes with production and marketing trailblazers of the music and film industry. Are you ready to be empowered and pursue your own passion?
Wow, work it out for me. Hey, you guys, welcome back to Up Close and in Focus with the guy, we just simply say Zacardi Cortez. What's up, man?
What's up, man? KD, man. What's up, man?
Man, that work it out for me. That
Yes, sir,
song,
yes, sir.
now that's your new single out.
Yeah,
right?
that's my new single, man, and it's doing well. Thanks to you, man, the OG KD.
Hey, I think it's like
it's an awesome song, though, man.
Yeah,
it really is.
It's like in the 20s now. On Billboard and Media Base. Who wrote that?
Travis Malloy, man. Awesome writer, awesome guy all around, man. Shout out to Travis Malloy. When he presented that song to me, man, it was a no-brainer, Katie. I was like, man, let me go on and sing this, because, and the crazy thing about it, he was saying to me, I only hear you on this song, and so songs like that, man, you have no choice but to do a good job,
Right, right. Well, man, I gotta say this, Zacardi. I've been knowing you all your life, man, almost, and it's kind of difficult for me to interview you because it's just I watched you grow from a kid from Acres Home area.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You didn't come from no wealthy family,
right.
And I saw you grow your career. been involved with you for all these years. I'm gonna get in and ask you some stuff about the new album, or the digital album coming out.
Ibhar. Ibhar is the
Say that again.
Ibhar.
Itbar, okay.
It's Ibhar.
All right. What does that mean? Where you come up with that from, man?
Well, Ibhar was one of David's sons in the Bible. One of David's sons, and Ibhar, the name, it was his name. Ibhar means chosen by God, or to be chosen of God. And I just kind of stuck with that because I feel like God has chosen me, to do His work, man, and just do what He want me to do, and which is singing, for Him and for His glory, and just to carry that responsibility, even though it's heavy, it comes with a big task and a lot of praying and all that type of stuff. But I'm glad that the reason why I know is because God has shown me over the years, that He will sustain me, in my career, in my life, with my kids. He's just showing me that,
Right.
I chose you to do this. I chose you to carry this, and I chose you to be where you are. And I'm going to keep on taking you higher and higher, as long as you doing it, for the right reason.
You're
doing
blessing,
it for me.
you're blessing His people.
Blessing
And
others, yeah.
Yeah, and He gave you the chosen voice.
Yeah, yeah.
He gave you the chosen voice. I've been knowing you for a while, and I remember the times when you was too shy to even speak and talk.
Yeah.
But what God done for you with your voice did all the communication for you your
Absolutely.
whole life. And to see you now being a grown-up man and able to articulate what you're trying to say to the people, because sometimes people have so much talent and a gift like you. Your gift just overshadows your life.
Right.
But you're starting to it's starting to balance out with you now,
Yeah.
and I'm excited about that. So
Well, yeah, it's it's good to be understood, man. I kind of go after challenges. I like challenges, and for people to love your music and be able to relate to you, and be your music is relatable. People tell you, you remind me of my nephew, you remind me of my son, and that kind of makes it easy for me, to want to continue and want to keep doing,
God's
music.
work.
Yeah, want to
Yeah.
be,
So you came from Acres Home, came from a family of
fofo.
four, and y'all was a singing.
No, it's a family of five. Acres Home is the fofo.
Oh, that's
Act
the
like you know now,
fofo.
Kerry.
It had five at the end of fofo. He had 5 family members, but they was in the fofo.
We was in the fofo, man.
Yeah.
Five kids. My mama raised 5 kids. We was six of us in a 1-bedroom apartment, and for all my life, much as I can remember. So, that's how I was.
That's kind of what I want to just get you on that for a minute. So you really came, like a small, like apartment.
Yeah.
Your whole life you've been a gifted singer.
Yeah.
And your gift was spreading locally, but people perceived you. Sometimes we get judged by our level of life, how much money we got, our
Right.
wealth.
Right.
And how did you react to that? Being a very talented individual, and coming from a below middle class family.
Yeah.
Even in school and all that, but you had a gift that was the biggest. We're gonna talk about how big this gift that you have.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel growing up?
It was troubling, it was challenging, but it was hard, man. Growing up tough. How the young people said, I got it out the mud.
Yeah.
But it was hard, man. We didn't always have the stuff we needed. We didn't always have like good shoes and stuff, but my mom, kept trying. She kept sending us to school, and it ended up working out. It ended up working out, man. And like I say before, God had His hand on us. That's how you know you're chosen, because through all of that, I was able to meet people, and people like John P. Key. I met John P. Key when I was 7 to 8 years old, and somebody who actually you know, was in my life, you know, putting his hands on me, hands on, and also praying for me. You know what I'm saying? My grandmothers, man, and
Oh,
my
yeah, your
grandfathers.
grandmother.
You know, my grandfather was a pastor, so having those conversations with him early on. He died in maybe '09, but
Right.
having those early conversations with him, you know, and just believing that I can do it. You know, that's what kept me going and kept me wanting to, you know, kept me hungry and, you know.
Yeah. Well, they say trouble don't last always.
Trouble don't last always.
Trouble don't.
Man.
Let's talk about where you at. How you like me now? Yeah, trouble don't last always. How you like
That's
me now?
hilarious,
So
man.
we got Grammy nominations,
Yeah, man.
Stellar Awards.
Wow.
This is your, what album is this?
This is my third album. But even though I only had 3 albums, you know, I've got 9 number one singles on
Billboard number ones.
Yeah, Billboard
like
number
9
one.
songs that you sung on and went to number 1.
Went to number 1, man.
Yeah, little old boy out of the fofo.
Out of the fofo.
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy, man?
See, trouble don't last always.
Trouble don't last always.
Yeah, we ain't gonna see what we gotta understand. It's not where you are, it's where you about to be.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
That's the blessing of God, you know, and when he gives you a gift and a talent, and you be what? You be faithful.
Yeah.
You are faithful to his word. Right. Not that you're a perfect man.
Right. But I was loyal, you know, to not just to God, because that's first of all, you know, being loyal to what he tells you, you know, and kind of following in, you know, the right people's footsteps. Mm-hmm. And that's what I did, man. And, you know, it kept me afloat, man. And even, you know, with you, man, I met you when I was young, maybe 15, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, I mean, I met you when I was a kid.
I met you when you was with Miss Sadie Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and y'all was
we
singing,
did Nominee Fly when I was 9.
Y'all was singing kid music back then. And when I saw American Idol, 2 things in American Idol had me thinking about you. The little kid group.
Yeah.
The little chubby guy.
dude.
Yeah, look just like your chubby you used to be chubby, big baby. But now you all slim, trim.
Nah,
I
man,
see y'all
I'm
on the
still
ground
chubby.
boxing and knocking people
chubby,
out.
man.
But yeah, that reminded me of you. And another thing that reminded me of you, and I just always wanted to ask how you felt about this. So the American Idol guy, Kanan James, Kanan. I always want to call him James because everybody in my life is named James, so I just get cut track to that name. But Kanan sung that "I Need Your Glory" that we recorded about 14 years ago with Ernest Pugh. But he didn't sound like Ernest Pugh. He sounded like Zacardi Cortez. Right. So that brings me to ask you this question. It seems like in the last couple of decades, man, you've been out doing what you're doing, and people have been, you have been influencing. Yeah. You have been influencing people. Right. I mean, really, you have been influencing people, but because, how do I say this? Because people don't really know how successful your career is. Because we're going to talk about how many dates, how many times you work a week, and we already talked about all your number one. But because, you know, people, you know, it's gospel, I guess they don't look at you a certain way because you're just a good guy. Right. You like the guy next door. You're the nephew. So you're the good guy. You're not out here pretending.
Bragging, boasting.
Boasting. But you have changed almost 2 generations of how people, how male soloists sing. Now, how does that make you feel when you see and hear people taking some of the runs God has given you? And how no man.
Man, I stole them runs too, man.
But man, ain't nobody been able to do them like you.
No, I can actually hear the sound, my sound. You know, like literally, and not just the runs. I can actually hear, you know, people trying to sound like me, move like me, do what I do. You know, like the whoa or whatever it is. You know, that I took from people. Honestly, and just created my own.
Oh, you jack
style.
people too. So in music, everybody jacking everybody.
Everybody jacking. Ain't nothing new under the sun, man.
Okay.
Yes, sir, man. But you know, how I feel about it is, you know, somebody just told me the other day. They asked me. They say, how do you feel people trying to sound like you, or you don't get mad when you hear the guy on American Idol and he sounds like you and he doing your runs? And I told him the same thing. I didn't make those runs up. And first of all, it makes me feel old Because I have 20 years of music that people can go off of.
Right,
kind
right,
of.
right. But you're still young, but you just got a lot of music.
Yeah.
You don't even have a lot of albums.
I just got a lot of
you
songs.
You just been on a lot of songs.
Yeah, and even when YouTube first came out, shout out to YouTube. Even when YouTube came out, 2010, I think 2011. That's when it started getting popular. Not when it came out, but when it started getting popular, I had the Jesus is my Superman. Just was able to go viral and things like that. So people listen to that over and over again, and all of a sudden, even the blood and songs like that. People still praise dance and sing and do the version that James did.
Right.
To this day, and we did that in 04.
04, man.
05.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. So it's just I feel grateful. I feel honored. I feel blessed to be able to influence this new wave of music, not just gospel. I'm grateful for gospel music and where it's going, but just music in general, man, and able to touch and talk to and relate to some of the R&B guys and hip hop guys, and they call me and tell me, man, you cold, man, you the greatest voice I've ever heard and stuff like that, man. It's all worth it, I really love it,
Right.
I really cherish it, and I don't hate on people or nothing like that.
No, you're the nephew. You're the guy next door.
Man.
You're the guy that people can walk up and touch, and you actually could be untouchable.
Right,
The gift
right,
that you have.
right.
But we're gonna come right back, and we're gonna talk about. I noticed you missing James Fortune.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that area in your life. So
Yeah.
we'll be right back.
Here we go. Time after time, I tried to do it my way. The choices I made, they only led to mistakes. Lord, change my mind, and Lord, change my heart. Oh, Lord, Lord, I'm asking for a brand new start. Listen, y'all, I'm getting better every day. So please don't throw me away. God is working on me. Work on my heart, Lord. Please keep working on me. Please, God is working on me. I know that He is. God is working. You ought to help me sing it right now. God is working on me. I know that He is. I know that He is. Hey, God is working on me. Yeah, God is working on me. Working on me. Working on me. Keep on working on me. Keep on working on me. Please don't take your hand off of me. Working on me. When I'm driving on the highway, keep on working on me. Please, God is working on me. Hey, God is working on me. God is working on me. God is working on me. Working on me. Working on me. Working on me. Hey, working on me. He's working on me. Working on me. Oh, God is working. Keep on working on me.
Wow. So, you came from very, very humble beginnings. Then you start John P. Key. You started going to his conferences and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Then you ended up, VIP. There you go. Then you ended up meeting and singing with James Fortune.
Yeah, James, man, and it went so well, man. Met James around 2000, but I didn't start really singing with him till like 2004. 3 or 4, me and my brother started singing with James, and man, it went incredible, man. It was incredible, man. Learning so much from James, just seeing him, how he was able to um, even calling you every day.
Yeah,
James was hungry and
right. That's
just
one
his
thing.
ambition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his ambition.
Yeah.
His ambition was there, and so you gained a lot of experience.
Yeah, in the
actually
background,
Yeah.
singing background. And
Yeah. Were you background or were you lead?
I was both. I was a BGV lead,
Okay.
But yeah,
okay.
man, I was leading,
Okay.
I was singing background, but I was leading, a lot of the songs, and James was, sharing his platform with me.
Yeah. He opened up the doors for a lot of people, but
Absolutely.
especially you. And I was involved with both of y'all back then, and to me it was a neutral thing. He opened up doors for you, and you was there singing and killing, that helped build both of y'all careers parallel, and that was a good thing. So things was getting going real good, and then boom, you go to jail.
Oh man, I went to jail. I was locked up, man, in St. Tammany Parish, man, in Louisiana, and stuff got rocky for me, man, and that's pretty much how all this music that's going on, and even like I was saying earlier, being chosen by God, going through that in a bad situation, God's still making ways, because I was in jail, and when I got pulled over, it was almost the worst thing of all time, because I'm going to Birmingham for a engagement, and I get pulled over.
They said the car smelled like weed, right?
They said the car smelled like marijuana, so
that's a natural thing, though, right?
No.
Marijuana?
It's not natural. I mean, we had marijuana.
It grows from the earth.
Well, I mean, yeah, man. I mean, but it wasn't legal. So so they pulled us out the car, and said I was a fugitive, man. Wow. And I'm like, why, how am I a fugitive? I'm not running from nobody. And basically took me to jail. It was one of the worst things of all time, because I already knew I was on my way to Birmingham. I was gonna miss my engagement. I was about to I didn't want to be locked up.
Right.
I'm from Texas. I didn't want to be locked up somewhere else, 5 hours away from anybody. And yeah, man, that was just a crazy, crazy time that I needed God. All those songs come out of there. Lord, do it for me.
So God,
you don't know. You've been good to me.
So God spoke to you
literally
while you were locked up.
Literally.
You know what's so unique about that?
Yeah.
Like God just uses so many different people in so many different ways. Yeah. So he had to take you through that. Yeah. He went through that in order to birth some of these songs that has blessed people just like you, because I feel like people love you not just because of your voice, but they love you because of who you are unapologetically. Yeah. Let's talk about just being a real,
Yeah.
A real one. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
A real one. You're a real one.
Yeah, man, I am. I'm from Acres Home, man. My background, kind of bred who I am, even though, I'm a church boy as well. I was raised in church, came up Baptist, under my grandfather. My dad preached, my uncle preached. My uncle is the pastor now of my home church when I was little. We had a hard background, man. Where I'm from, we fight at church,
So you're a little church and a little street. I'm a little bit of church, a little bit of street, but you had to do that.
Cheap. I'm Church Street. I'm cheap.
But that you know what, man? But that's what I think.
Raised, but Jesus saved.
Yeah,
man.
I think that's what your thing.
That is the beauty of it.
Yeah,
and
people
that's
can
why,
relate. Like a lot of people try to look at men in the church as being weak. Or,
right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But they see
that's how
you.
We looked at.
Yeah. You're a man's man.
Yeah.
And you singing church and you glorifying God.
Yeah.
So the younger generation like that, the older generations
Absolutely,
like that. You know?
absolutely.
But how many dates you think you do a year now?
That's a funny question, man. I'm going at least half of the year. You know, it's 52 weeks in a year, 52 times
Yeah.
2 or 3.
Yeah.
maybe,
So you there? You
Yeah,
right there.
it's up there, man.
Yeah. So this new
Like my boy Cat Williams say, he said I got 100. I do 100 city tour every year.
every year.
Y'all pray for me though.
You be doing it on the Chitlin circuit.
Yeah, no, I don't.
You moving up? You done moved up?
Man,
Ain't
please.
nothing
I
wrong
moved
with
up
the
like
Chitlin?
Georgia. It's nothing wrong with the
Ain't
Chitlin
nothing
circuit.
wrong with the Chitlin
No,
circuit.
not at all. What is the Chitlin circuit anyway?
The South.
Oh, well, no, yeah. I mean, I'm more East Coast
Right.
more than anything, honestly. But yeah, man, ain't nothing wrong with the South, Doc. I love my state. I love, my city. I love singing down here because we like good old quartet.
Yeah.
The good foot stomping, yeah,
Ain't you?
type of church.
Don't you want that to come back?
I do. That type
But
of
you still do it a little bit though.
Yeah. See, that's I'm old school. I'm young, but I got an old soul. I'm old school. I like that foot stomping, hand clapping. Sometimes we don't need no music.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So let's talk about the songs on this new project. Let's talk about that because you're about to do a song.
Right.
So let's talk about the songs and tell me a little bit about who you work with.
Man, this album is really so important to me, and that's why I called it Ibhar. And wanted people to hear my side of music, my side of the story musically. And with this album, my last record, I actually, took time and wrote and produced some of these songs. And
It was you and your producer.
Morgan Turner.
Morgan?
Yeah, shout out to Morgan Turner.
Yeah.
Shout out to Marcus Callion.
Marcus.
Yeah, man, they Marcus, me and Marcus literally will come up with a song right on the spot and go cut it, and those are songs like You've Been Good to Me and stuff like that y'all hear.
Let me keep this real, y'all.
Yeah.
So You've Been Good to Me probably was the biggest viral song
Yeah.
probably this decade.
Yeah.
I don't know, this decade. Well, it was huge.
Yeah.
Lord Do It For Me, when you have regular, everyday people, at funerals, at hospitals, jokers on the streets, jokers in the stores, when they're reposting and using that sound clip, man, that's nothing like that to know that you're touching so many people's heart and turning them to God or being a solution in a solutionist situation, man. So I give it up to you and the guys. That song, we need more songs like that, special and gospel. And gospel, we need more gospel songs. Mm-hmm. And that's what I love about you. You gospel and you doing gospel songs. Yeah. But tell me name some more songs on that.
So yeah, man, I got a lot of good features. This song is Gonna Happen For Me that features Jacqueline Carr.
Who?
Jacqueline Carr.
Jacqueline Carr.
Jacqueline Carr, Doc. I went and got my little sister, man, and
now I heard that song.
She incredible, man.
Yeah.
And you always say she killed me on that song.
I don't know nobody can kill you, Doc, but boy, she she got close.
It's all good. No, she killed it, man. She killed me. I can admit it. I'm not no. Like I said, I'm not a hater or nothing like that. And Jacqueline is a powerhouse.
Powerhouse.
Man. She's a powerhouse, man. Even some of the stuff she was saying, I feel like Hezekiah. Don't forget about me. Stuff like that, I can't take myself.
Right. She ain't leave too much to say because she said
it all, dog. And I'm good with it, man. I want you to shine bright.
Yeah, man. That's a good feature. Who else you got on there?
I got Crystal Rucker, man, and she's featured on the song Matthew 4:4, which is Ain't No Food in the Fridge. That song talks about
about the old days.
Yeah, Doc, how I came up, man. It was no food. Lights was off.
Yeah.
But God still made a way. Crystal Rucker. I got Jonathan and Jason Nelson, man. I got the twins.
The twins?
The twins, man.
Ooh.
On one song. Nobody's ever done that.
Right.
So, we making history on this record as well, man.
I love it.
It's
you made history on your last record, bro.
Yeah, man.
I just want you to know, I don't think people realize how big Lord Do It For Me was.
Yeah.
But this new one, Work It Out For Me.
Wow.
I think it's gonna show the same sign. It's showing the same signs
Really?
of success. Yeah.
Wow, wow.
It seems like it's gonna be another
You think so?
viral hit. Yeah,
I'm
because
sure Travis would love to hear that.
yeah, well, you know, you think about it, Zacardi. How many times in a day do we ask God to
Work some stuff
work
out.
it out? I mean,
Yeah.
Hey,
And I'm so grateful, Kerry, that I mean, I know it kind of sounds cheesy, but the biggest thing about an artist, we don't want people to get tired of us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so glad that these songs are relatable and can stay relevant for so long. People still, Lord, do it for me, reviral every one-on-one. What's Let Your Power Fall, man. I still do some of these songs, on the road and stuff, and man, people still want to hear these songs.
Right, the blood. Man, if you ever go back and really had to do all your songs, people wouldn't. They probably you just have so many of them. For a young man, you have a lot of classic hits.
Yeah.
Classic hits. Yeah, and
I'm grateful, man.
Yeah, and moving forward, man, I see you moving in areas in the music industry that people wouldn't have thought you would be gonna be in, man. I see some really
I received
exciting things happening in your life, brother. Because I get a lot of calls from all the secular people. Man, I remember what was that show with that guy on one of them shows talking about? Oh yeah, you sound like Zacardi Cortez.
That was American Idol. It was
another version.
It was another
the
year.
Same guy that's there now. No?
Harry Connick Jr.
Oh, okay.
It was a different. So this is that was American Idol.
Well, this was American Idol where they just sung to. But,
well, you talking about the Harry Connick Jr. situation when the young guy was up there, or the girl was up there, and she was like, "You sound like you listen to a lot of Zacardi Cortez."
Yeah, I mean that's just awesome, man.
Yeah,
for people to
acknowledge.
They really can't compare you to nobody though. I know you said you jacked a lot of people over the years,
man.
But they can't really compare your vocal style to nobody.
And that's I'm like I always say, I'm grateful to God for that, for keeping me kind of relevant and floating in that way, because now it's like people saying, oh, they trying to sound like you. Y'all just don't know that I'm trying to sound like Kimberell meets J Moss meets John P. Key meets Vanessa Bill Armstrong.
Oh, so you got a whole gumbo of stuff.
I got a whole gumbo that I've stirred up and made.
And made it Zacardi Cortez.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So we're gonna check out this song. What's the song we're about to hear from you? I really. Oh, the one Believe, right? The one you just did.
It's gonna happen for me.
It's gonna happen me.
That's me and Jacqueline Carr.
You and Jacqueline.
This your favorite one? This is the one you say Jacqueline killed me on.
Oh yeah. That ain't my favorite one though. My favorite one is favorite one is what's the one with talking about we're gonna be better.
God is working on me.
God is working on me, bro.
Yes,
that's my God. We're definitely working on us all the time.
That song is for you, man. That song is definitely for you.
He's working on so. So we'll be right back, and we're gonna talk about this new venture that you've gotten into, this new space with the animated cartoon series and the animated songs. So we're gonna be right back, introduce y'all to something brand new besides his album, another style of music that Zacardi Cortez is doing. We'll be right back.
Just like you did the last time, Lord, can you do it again? I trust your plan for my life, because you know my end. I believe everything you tell me, Lord, you never lie to me. And every promise you make, you always keep. And that's why I believe, I believe, I believe. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe that it's gonna happen for me. If I believe, I believe, I believe, Lord, I believe that it's gonna happen for me. Yeah. Just like you did the last time, Lord, can you do it again? trust your plan for my life because you know my end. And I believe everything you told me. You never lie to me. And every promise you make, you always keep. And that's why I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, yeah. It's gonna happen to me if I believe, I believe. I really do believe. I believe, I believe it's gonna happen to me if I believe, if I believe. Lord, I believe. I want you to know I believe in you. Every word you said, Lord, I do believe. Oh Lord, it's gonna happen for me. Hit the floor. If I believe. Oh yeah.
Wow, we're back after that number right there. I'm telling you, y'all, I'm exhausted, but we got to talk about this coming up. So, Zacardi, you're right here on Up Close and in Focus again, and you're talking about something new that you're doing, new type of music. You put it on your album. It's called I Could Be Anything.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
It's a kid's song that, I did with my kids. And it's just so befitting right now because you started the Hip Hop Boobly Show. And, we needed to encourage the kids, in a way that, we need a kid song, kind of like I believe I can fly or I can be anything, be what I want to be. I was just kind of in that mode of writing. And that's how this song came about, man. And I'm grateful for Hip Hop Boobly, I'm able to, share a different side of music.
Well, you a kid at heart anyway.
I am.
Yeah,
you
a kid at heart. A lot of people don't know that. You still a kid at heart,
yes,
man.
sir,
But I Could Be Anything, man. And the animations, with you being animated in there. How was that? How did you when you saw that?
Man,
How did that
funny,
make you
man.
feel?
It was hilarious. Seeing me as a cartoon character is hilarious to me.
Right.
But I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, now you was telling me that you guys are going to be doing a tour around the country and you're going to be recruiting citywide
Yeah,
choirs.
man, we're going to be going around each city and recruiting kids, youth choirs and all that type of stuff. So y'all look out for that. We're going to be at your churches, community choir. And we're just going to create, a nice environment for the kids.
Right.
And we'll be giving away shirts and Hip
wow.
Hop Boobly merch, all
great.
that type of stuff, man. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be
Okay,
awesome.
and you're gonna be singing the song with them.
I'm definitely gonna be singing the song with them. We're gonna be getting some footage and different things so we can do a big video. All towards the end.
Yeah, you got something going on in DC, something in Houston.
Yeah.
So you already got it underway. So if
Yes,
anybody, choir director or youth choir director, anybody
in those areas, reach out to your boy.
Yeah, just hit Zacardi up on his. What's your social, Zacardi?
My Instagram, Cardi KeeV _ KEEV, Cardi KEEV _. Hit me up, DM me.
Yeah, DM him. If y'all can't find him, find me, Mr. Kerry Douglas. I'll get that information to him. But the citywide kid choir going to be going on across the country. Zacardi's going to be singing with the kids choir. We're going to call it the Boobly Choir.
The Boobly Choir.
The Boobly Choir, yeah. And Hip Hop Boobly going to be there at every event and everything. So this is exciting. Another thing that's pretty exciting, Cardi, I know we talked about all of your successes, but man, you work with producers like PJ Martin.
Yeah, man. PJ Morton, so many other great producers, man, that I was able to work with so many great singers. PJ know how to put us together, man. He put me, Gene Moore, Smoke.
Well, speaking of Gene Moore, you, Gene Moore, Darryl Walls, all of y'all from Houston.
Yeah.
And y'all,
he was Houston heavy.
y'all Houston heavy. Y'all are heavyweights.
Yeah, man.
And y'all basically bringing back, male solo singers. For one while we had a whole bunch of choir stuff going on.
Absolutely.
For
Or
one
group
while
stuff.
we have a bunch of groups, and we got a bunch of talkers. And now y'all doing all the singing. Y'all singing now, man. That's
No,
pretty
for sure.
good. Yeah.
And shout out to them guys, man. Darryl Walls, Gene Moore, Cedric Ballard.
Oh, Cedric
Brian
Ballard
Courtney
is on the
Wilson,
top.
you
Oh,
know.
Brian, we can't.
Houston, man, we
yeah.
deep, man. We
Man,
got
y'all deep up in Houston.
we got some incredible singers, man. Houston, they say it's something in the water down here, man. And,
man.
It's getting better, man. Even with the young singers that's coming up, man, it's incredible.
So y'all not only opening doors, y'all kicking the doors.
We kicking them down, Doc.
All right.
Houston,
Now,
it's the Houston takeover.
Now you know what? You just came off another #1 record with our boy Javon, the one that's produced by Gasson.
Shout out to Gasson, the artist,
and
Javon,
Jazzy
my brothers, Jazzy Faye, Jazzy Finzel, they're my brothers, man.
Yeah, how was that working with a producer like Jazzy, somebody who has thousands of platinum records?
Yeah, man, I like always working with guys like that because they believe in perfection. And, we kind of kick it and hang it, but when it's time to work, those guys are 100% focused and dedicated to their craft and making it the greatest thing you want to see and want to hear.
Yeah, that guy Javon DeWan, he reminds me of James Fortune. Both
Absolutely.
of them are most what do you call them? Ambitious.
They're ambitious, man.
They ain't trying to not make it. They work hard.
Absolutely, they're very adamant about what it is that they want, the vision that they have, and I love Javon for that, man. Doing that video with him. The concept video.
Yeah.
He had me running my part, man, and he was like, I want you to put more into it. And once we got the part, he was like, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There it is. And, it just made me, wanted to experience that more. He wanted to do it, so.
Yeah.
Shout out to them brothers and my brothers, man. It's always a privilege and an honor to work with big producers, man.
Right.
I want to work with so many others, man. PJ Morton was another one, Toby,
Oh, yeah. How is it, man, traveling with Toby? That's a whole other area that you're dealing with.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, that should be
it's
awesome,
man. Especially with Toby being a family man like he is, to see how he interact with his kids and to see that, he actually is a guy who's doing what he say he's doing. If my kids and my family can't come, I can't come.
Right.
And just that alone, just represents, the type of guy and, that he is a great guy all around. And his music speaks for itself, man. And,
all right.
I'm honored and I'm privileged to be able to go on the road and, venture out and do other things, and not just be held in a box.
Right. Well, when do you sleep, bro?
I sleep a lot, man. That's all I do, really. When I go back to the room and stuff like that, man, I literally go in there and go to sleep. And that's how I'm able to sustain my voice as well.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of y'all need to get some rest. You can't be up, especially with tour. You can't be up all night. If you got a show, you on stage for an hour and a half, 2-3 hours. You might want to take you a nap. You might want to go to sleep. Yeah. So.
Well, man, I want to shout out to Nicole, Creative Classic, your manager.
Yeah, Nicole Hayward, Chris Conway, Giles, all y'all, man. The whole team, man.
Shout out to our boy Morgan Turner. And Marcus Cowlin.
Yes, sir.
And we can't forget the smoke.
Can't forget the smoke, man.
Black smoke, baby.
Can't forget the black smoke, man. For everything, man. For real, appreciate you, man. You've showed us all the way, man, and we're grateful to you, man. For real.
Man, I tell you, man. This is a work of passion, a work of love.
Yeah.
Want you to know I love you, man. I've seen you as a little kid, and we went on this whole thing together. Yeah. We've had some ups and some downs, but God puts the right people together, and I just thank God for giving me the ability to create value in you guys' gifts.
Yeah.
See, a lot of time an artist has a gift. Mm-hmm. But it takes other people to help create the value and make that gift valuable.
I like that.
And bless the hearts of the people.
I like that. A lot of people don't know that you got a lot of input on these songs as well.
Oh, man, nobody ever talks about that.
No, seriously, man. Kerry is in the studio, and Kerry is like a vocal producer. He's not a good singer, but he can tell you some stuff, and it's all personal stuff, my story ain't your story. But your story is somebody's story.
Somebody's
so
story.
you got something to say, and those times you put your input on these songs, and that be the stuff that people are talking about, when they.
So like
Yeah.
let's we're gonna close it out, but like some of these up and coming artists, tell them how important it is to tell your story. That's what make a record a hit.
Yeah.
I mean, tell them what about telling stories, because that's what we are. We're storytellers.
Absolutely.
Basically.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not that you need a story, but because having a story just makes your music very personal, and it makes it relatable. So it's not that you need a story, but having a story, definitely creates
It
a
adds
sound.
to it. Yeah, make it a
creates,
legendary, more
yeah,
legendary.
it creates this sound that that wow, I want to hear that, and and it could be my story, which is I came up from nothing. God brought me out of some stuff. I ain't never broke my leg. I've never had a job. I've never lost a job. I've never, but it's just the simple
Bro,
fact.
say that again. You saying that you have made a living and you make a good living these days. So you have never really worked. Your gift that God gave you has been your provider
my whole life.
And now it's providing for you and
my family.
Your family.
Yeah. And
your mama who took all these years
Yeah.
and sacrificed to raise you.
Yeah.
You're giving back to her now based on your gift that God gave you.
Yes, sir, man. Totally.
That's strong,
100%.
Zacardi.
Yes, sir.
I mean, that's strong. A lot of people make it. They don't go back and take care of their folks.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, man. And I take pride in that, actually. To be able to, anytime somebody call me and ask me, especially my sisters, my family, my mom, and it's not much, because we try to put people in the right spots, so we ain't got to ask too many too many times. But
Right.
I take pride in being able to provide and take care of everybody, not just my mama, but anybody who asks. And
Right.
I love that my nieces and nephews, they call me more than anybody.
Mm-hmm. You uncle.
Uncle Cardi. I need $50. I need $150. I need, and I'm grateful that I can, be that uncle. Rich. They call him the rich uncle.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's cool. Well, we didn't even talk about, and we're gonna get to this next. We didn't talk about how rich the voices in your entire family is. I mean, your sisters,
Shout
your
out
brothers,
to the Cortez family, man.
The Cortez.
Like I say all the time, man. They are me. All four of them is me put together. I'm crazy like Erica. I'm calm like Aaron. I'm held back and need my own space like LaEric. And then I'm all crazy put together like my big sister Nisha.
Nisha, yeah. Who's a singing,
is a singing crazy mess. And even vocally, man. I sound like all of them put in one. I got range like my big sister. I got runs like Nisha, and I got the poise and the work ethic and the work the crowd like my sister Erica.
Right.
And I got the smoothness like my brother. So
right.
All of them, watching all of them, man, kind of made me who I am. And even vocally, being able to look at four people, I was able to watch four individuals before I, came up. So all the mistakes they made,
you just didn't do that.
Well, it's not that I didn't do it. They did it for me.
Right.
I didn't have to do it. I didn't have to mess up. I didn't have to, do anything too crazy, because it was already done.
Right.
I had four, examples to see, and
right.
They made me. That's why I am.
When we come back, Zacardi, I think you're a prime example too. I want to really, when we get back, we're gonna do another interview. I want to talk about the gift and the gift, and I say that because you can be a gifted singer, but you also have to be able to have another gift to bring that gift to light. And a lot of people are talented, a lot of people are gifted, but very few are chosen and understand how to operate from gift to gift.
Yeah.
Because there's always somebody on the other side that
Yes.
has invested
And you need that somebody.
in your gift.
Thank
And
you,
so
Lord.
we're going to talk about that next time we sit down together. I just
Yes,
want to
sir.
really chop it up with you. But look, I'm excited to have him here, and I'm be sad that he's leaving. But, you know, all good things must come to an end. Right here on Up Close and In Focus. We're going to let y'all go out with this song from Zacardi Cortez.
Yes, y'all.
When I grow up, I want to be a gymnast.
When I grow up, I want to be a dancer.
When I grow up, I want to be a producer.
When I grow up, I want to be a doctor.
When I grow up, I want to be a mechanic.
When I grow up, I want to be a professional musician.
When I grow up, I want to be a basketball player.
When I grow up, I want to be in the performing arts.
I can be anything I want to be.
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 Yeah, I wrote this song for the kids, y'all. Come on.
I can be anything.
That's right, y'all.
I can be anything.
Come on.
I can be anything.
Come on.
I wanna be.
Come on.
I wanna be.
Say it again, y'all.
I can be anything.
You can be.
I can be anything.
Ooh, that's right.
I can be anything.
If you put your mind to it, you can do it.
I wanna be.
One more, y'all. Come on.
Maybe a doctor or a teacher, maybe a lawyer or a preacher, maybe a speaker or a singer. Long as I believe.
Come on. Everybody say. Come on, I can't hear you say. I wanna be. I can be. I can hear you say. You gotta believe it. Oh, yeah.
Maybe a doctor or a dancer,
Maybe a movie star or Tom Race star.
maybe a builder or a banker.
Right here, say.
Long as I believe.
Come on and sing. I can be, and you can be. Tell somebody. Say, you gotta say it like you believe. I can be. Yeah. God said I can be, yeah. Because I believe. All the believers say, I can be. Hey. I believe in Him. Let's turn up. Let's turn up. Everybody sing. I can do all things through Christ that give me strength. Hold on. One more time, say. Yeah. Say it again. You can be anything. I said you can be anything.
Thanks for listening to Up Close and In Focus. Remember to take action, embrace your passions, and never give up on your dreams. Kerry Douglas will see you at the top because it's crowded at the bottom.